So last fall, I was at a ladies' potluck supper at my church. And at our table, we were talking about forgiveness. And the youth pastor said that sometimes to forgive, we have to get out of the judge's seat and let God have his spot back. And I started thinking, like, that applies to ourselves too. Like, social anxiety is when you judge yourself harshly because you're afraid of other people judging you harshly. But we have to get out of the judge's seat and let God have his spot back. And that made me think of 1 Corinthians 4, verses 3 through 5. And it says, "But to me it is a small thing that I am judged by you, or by a man's day, like in court. But neither do I judge myself." So Paul's saying, I don't even judge myself, because I know nothing of myself, but I am not justified by this. I'm not declared innocent just because I don't know anything to be judged by. But the one judging me is the Lord. So then, do not judge anything before the time, until the Lord comes, who will both shed light on the hidden things of darkness and will reveal the counsels of the hearts. And then praise will be to each one from God, it says. Praise. That is mind-blowing for a person that grew up under religion, because religion teaches us that God is he's a fault finder. And that's not the truth. That was under the law, under the old covenant, which was a religion, because the people asked for a religion. But God's heart was never in religion. His heart was never in that contract. So in the new covenant, when Jesus came and shed his blood to forgive all of our sins, God gets to be himself again. He's free from that contract, and he gets to have us as his children and love us and celebrate us and enjoy us like he wants to, because it's the tree of life instead of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. We're restored back to the tree of life where we can be his children. And as his children, the kind of father that God is that he's looking for the good. He's not looking for the faults. He's not looking for something to criticize you about. He's looking for something to praise you about. It says, then praise, each person will get praise from God. And that Greek word for praise, it means that you tell a story that is commending to someone. You tell a story to make someone look good as they are, right? That's what we do for God, and that's what he does for us, which is astounding. There's another verse too, 2 Timothy 4:8. "For the rest, the crown of righteousness is laid up for me, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will give to me in that day, and not only to me, but also to all the ones loving his appearance." Loving when he becomes visible or known. So we love when Jesus becomes visible and known, and God gives us a crown of righteousness because we believe in Jesus and we love him. So there's a verse that talks about the judgment seat of Christ, and it's the bema seat. And that Greek word bema, it means it's used for the kind of judgment seat at a contest, at a race, like the judge that judges who gets the prizes, right? That's what it's talking about. And I might talk about this verse another time, because it's amazing too. That someone said they sent part of that phrase to some Greek scholars. It says that then each one will get the reward for what he has done in the body, whether good or bad. And they sent that to some Greek scholars without the context of like the judgment seat and all that, the judgment seat of Christ or whatever, and asked them about it. And they said, one of them said, I want to work for this company, because what it's saying is that you're going to get paid, you're going to get rewarded whether your work is good or whether it's not so great. And yeah, this has been blowing my mind for the last year or so. So that's the background for this song that I'm going to share for you. It's called Rest in His Love, the one that came out in January. See if I can do it.